are we going to do this? Summer's coming.
Yeah. What about it?
But I'm not going to put you on the honor system. I'm going to actually want to know that you watched it. How do I know you're going to watch it? I'm like, hey, I'm going to go watch Iron Man 2. How do I know you're going to watch it?
I tell you what happened.
How do I know you're not just going to go on YouTube
I don't know.
and just skim through the whole thing? I'm going to have to be there to watch it with you. Otherwise, it's just stealing.
How?
Because you can go on YouTube right now and go list the best clips of Iron Man 2 and just watch it for 5 minutes, and then you know the whole movie. But I already know about that, so you wouldn't be able to trick me.
I can just watch it on my own time.
We'll see. No, I know you do the honorable thing. You wouldn't lie about it. All right. Last thing. What are you guys watching on Netflix? So you don't like Marvel, but what do you like?
Scary movies, funny movies.
Most of these movies are funny. Guardians of the Galaxy is funny.
Yeah, but like
Thor is funny. He is. Chris Hemsworth is that they've turned Thor from serious to funny. Funny. Guardians of the Galaxy. Chris Pratt, you love him on Parks and Recreations. He's Star-Lord now. He's a comedian. His ex-wife is Anna Faris from the Scary Movie movies. That was his wife. No, Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2.
They're still married?
They were.
Oh.
I predicted on this channel that the second he became Star-Lord for Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, they're about to get a divorce. This was like a year and a half before they actually got a divorce. Anna Faris, they were both like little like regular comedian actors, and she got on Scary Movie and became a huge movie star. And that's the way their relationship was. She was doing a bunch of movies, he was still doing comedy and TV. Then the Scary Movie stuff stopped. Her career started to go down a little bit. He got on Parks and Recreation. Then he got cast as Star-Lord in Marvel when Marvel blew up. And then now he's making the movies, and his movies are continuing to do good. And she went back to TV. I said it. The second he became Star-Lord, I was like, they're going to get divorced. Not because he did this or did anything wrong. I don't think he did. I don't know. I just think that, I don't know. It was something about it. I just called it. I was like, I'm not saying she was jealous. I'm not saying he was jealous. I'm not saying anything. I just feel like their relationship worked when she was making the most of the money and she was the more famous person. But the second he became a bigger person and he got in shape and his stomach was all six-packed up and stuff, I'm like, they're about to get a divorce. I don't know why. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I'm just saying they're not married today. And he's way more famous. And she's doing Klondike bar commercials. She's literally campaigning right now. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Really?
Yeah. It's not like her career is over or anything. They're still friends. I think he's remarried. I think he has a baby and all that stuff. But it's just, I didn't see it. 15 years ago, you would have never guessed. She was a huge star. And now she's doing Klondike bar commercials.
I still watch Scary Movie.
I like her around Scary Movie. But that's pretty much the most she's done. She's done that. She's done a lot of things, but she's mostly known for Scary Movie and that other TV show, Moms. She's on that show, Moms, now. It's a comedy on Fox or something. So you never even heard of it, but it's popular. I think it's still on. But he came from like nowhere, doing little this, and then the other. Next thing you know, Parks and Rec, and then Marvel, and then pew. Now he's doing a movie with Jennifer Aniston and all that stuff, and all those people now. Now he's a A-list star. And you would know this if you were watching the movies.
It takes too much time.
Says the girl who's up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching Pretty Little Liars. Is that show even still on the air?
No.
But you're just watching the old shows. Mm-hmm. Are you rewatching them? And you're worried about time being wasted? You're watching shows you've already...
There's nothing to watch.
I've just given you an option.
Okay, but like... Ugh.
I found the syrup in the fridge. I left it there. So you owe me.
It belongs in the fridge.
It's new. It's something new. You're going to get paid to watch these things. But by the end of it, you're going to be like, oh my God, I got to see what's going to happen with Captain America.
Yeah, probably, but like,
But the money will still be pretty sweet. I got to get on board with everybody else, and I got paid for it. It's not fair.
when's the next one coming out?
That's it. I mean, this is oh, sorry. There is another one. Spider-Man. There's another Spider-Man movie about
Oh
to
yeah,
come out.
I like Spider-Man movies. Those are pretty good.
But the only ones that are connected to these is the current Spider-Man. So all those other
Yeah.
Spider-Man movies that you saw in the past.
I haven't seen any of those. Only the new one.
So you've only seen. You saw Homecoming with Iron Man in it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pay you for that one.
Oh gosh.
Technically, it's not a well.
So
It's
20 times 5.
it's like
100.
so those movies weren't even really supposed to be. Spider-Man isn't even really supposed to be in the mix of this. Disney, Marvel, all these guys, they don't own Spider-Man. They sold the rights to those to Sony. Sony is a different movie company, and they've owned it since the 90s, and they're not giving it back. The contract says you have to be making a new movie within a certain number of years, or otherwise it'll go back to Marvel. And Sony's like, we're gonna keep making Spider-Man movies because we don't want to have to give it back. But they recently, all the Spider-Man movies have been going down in quality, so they came up with an idea. What if we allowed you to use your Spider-Man in your Marvel movies, and then every now and then you can let us use some of yours, and we come up with a deal, let you write it, and they worked it out. So that's why Spider-Man is technically.
Wait, so do they still get money for it?
Yeah, they worked out a deal. Whenever it's a Spider-Man movie, Sony made it, and they can borrow some of these Marvel characters. But whenever Marvel is doing their movie and Spider-Man is in it, you know, they're borrowing Spider-Man because Spider-Man is a very expensive, property. So they keep when it's a Marvel movie, they keep all the money. But when it's a Spider-Man movie, even though they're borrowing Iron Man or somebody, Sony keeps the money. Sony controls Spider-Man, but they've allowed Marvel to use him again. It's the first time it's ever happened in the history of Hollywood, I think. Well, not maybe the history of Hollywood, but it's impossible. Like two different studios will not work together to share something that expensive. It's like, no, because the question is, okay, well, what if I want to do something with Spider-Man that you don't want me to do with Spider-Man? I mean, it's just argument after argument, but they did it. They solved it. That's why it was amazing. When Spider-Man first landed there with Captain America's shield, and he was like, hey, everybody. Everybody was like, what? Because he's not supposed to be there. But now he is. Until Sony goes, all right, we're not going to let you do it anymore. But they are. None of this is that's fine. None of it's not sinking in now because you haven't watched it from the beginning. But the second you get to a certain movie, when Iron Man goes, I know somebody, and then you see it, then it's going to go. And I don't think I'm going to have to pay you for that one because you're going to love it so much. You're going to be like, you don't have to pay me for that one.
No.
So what about this time? What about here right now? Do I have to pay you for this still? Damn it. What do we say? $5? Okay, you got it.
No, 15.
All right. $15 for today.
How long?
I appreciate it.